Obama's European trip was no coincidence. Look what he just did right behind Trump's back. Over the past week, President Trump has been on his international trip starting in Saudi Arabia, where he then traveled to Israel and then on to Rome. Barack Obama and Michelle too have been vacationing over this past week as they continue to use Air Force One as their personal taxi service to jet set around the country on the taxpayer's dime. While it seemed initially like the Obamas and the Trumps being in Europe at the same time was just pure coincidence, as soon as Trump left Italy, Obama immediately hatched his malicious plan to undermine and destroy President Trump's political international tour. Following the horrifying terror attack that took the lives of 22 concert goers in Manchester earlier this week, President Trump was quick to speak out against the Muslim terrorists, unlike his predecessor who was always so eager to pander to Islam and embolden our enemies. As many people are now being violently shaken awake in the wake of the Manchester bombing, realizing that Trump is right with his calls to tighten our borders to prevent further terror attacks. Obama knew he quickly had to get control of the narrative, and fast. With the bodies of the massacred children of Manchester still lay in morgues, Obama hopped on a plane and headed straight to Germany to meet up with his buddy and fellow ISIS lover Angela Merkel, where the duo then held a public event where they disgustingly bashed Trump's call for tightening borders, demonizing those in the audience who are still apprehensive about letting more refugees into Europe. Obama is, in true form, then used children as a way to get the German people to accept his and Merkel's propaganda of open borders, despite the recent terror attack where he blasted and demonized anyone wanting a wall as being callous violators of basic human rights. We have to push back against those trends that would violate human rights or suppress democracy or restrict individual freedoms. Obama lectured the German crowd. We can't isolate ourselves. We can't hide behind a wall, he said to cheers from the audience full of morons. Obama, the man who frequently turned his back on Christians who were being slaughtered by his precious ISIS terrorists throughout his 2 terms in office, then went into full blasphemy mode, invoking the name of God to further push his rhetoric onto the gullible crowd. In the eyes of God, a child on the other side of the border is no less worthy of love and compassion than my own child, Obama went on. You can't distinguish between them in terms of their worth or inherent dignity. Merkel's meeting with Obama was part of an event at the semi-annual Congress of the German Evangelical Protestant Church titled Being Involved in Democracy, Taking on Responsibility Locally and Globally, which stressed the role of faith-based organizations. Perhaps most nauseating of all was the rock star welcome that Obama received from the German crowd, who are all too eager to praise the very man responsible for creating ISIS. As their country continues to go down the crapper as Germany is infiltrated with Obama and Merkel's precious refugees, despite the fact that both British and French intelligence have evidence that the Manchester bomber had ties to ISIS. There's still not enough blood of children running in the streets, apparently, for the German people to wake the hell up, as it appears that they are just as freaking stupid as the liberals we have residing here in America. Obama's trip to Europe was in no way coincidental, as this man has devoted his life as a civilian to taking down our president while doing everything in his power to destroy not only Trump's presidency, but Trump's goal to rid the world of ISIS. Of course, Obama can't have his 8 years of progress of spreading Islam across the globe to be so easily dismantled by Trump, which is why this clown is not teaming up with treasonous hag Angela Merkel to bash Trump's plan for more border security. And anyone who gets in the way of Obama and Merkel's plan to transform Germany into an Islamic state will be labeled xenophobic Islamophobes who callously don't care about the poor orphans and widows simply trying to flee their war-ravaged countries. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. The two destructive elements in the world. Thank you.